it's a different day and a different hoodie, but still a hoodie, because I cannot be an adult and dress like an adult. I'm sorry. I can't look. Thanks guys for coming back to check out another video. So I feel a little bad, like I just filmed my Pan That Palette finale, and now I'm filming, the Project 50 Pan Roulette categories update number 9, and then I've got my 21 by 2021 that's gonna go up sometime in the next few days. So I just feel like it's update, and not like any varying content. So I promise to like get better about that, I guess, as we like head into this new year. But I feel like at this time of the month, like it's the end of the month, it's the end of the year, like I feel like everyone else that project pans is kind of in that same position where they're like trying to finish and wrap things up and start the new year fresh. So I don't know, hopefully you're okay with that. But let's just get into this update. It's kind of exciting. We do get to roll in, well, we get to roll out one item and roll in one item, so pretty happy about that. So I'm just going to pick them up as as they're sitting in front of me. They're not in like a particular order. I do have the category list in front of me. So let's see. This Drunk Elephant d.bronzi serum was rolled in last time, and so this was for category, let's see, number 28, a product you wouldn't repurchase. I definitely wouldn't repurchase this. So it's just a serum, and the way I was previously using it was like I would mix it in with my moisturizer in the morning before I did my makeup. And then I had put this in like a video of like products I can't make work for me, and one of you guys was kind enough to share that you mix it in with your foundation. So I have been trying it that way, and I really do enjoy it, but it doesn't play well with every foundation. I have found it works nicely with the foundation I have in this project, so that's a good thing, but I'm not wearing the combination today because I was getting tired of it. So I've used this, I feel like most days this past, since we rolled it in. I didn't like tally it or anything, but when I shine like the light up to this packaging, it looks like the product is actually above our little mark here that we made last time. So I honestly don't know. I don't know. It's going to be in here for a while because obviously it takes such little product to, mix in with your foundation. Because if you go too heavy, like if you use a full pump of this, at least for me, if I use like a full pump of this, it's too much and it makes me look very orangey. So, and I don't want to, I know some of you have very helpfully suggested like to mix this in with like a body lotion, and I think that is a great idea. And I probably will do that if this is still kicking come like spring or summer. But since it's like the dead of winter, like yes, I do put lotion on. My skin is very dry and like flaky and ugh. But in the winter when I'm like all covered up, I don't really find a point in mixing in like a bronzing serum into my lotion because nobody's gonna see like the bronzy effect of it. So it just feels kind of, I don't know. I hate to say the word wasteful because it's not. Like, you're still using the product. It's still going on you. You're not like just, pumping it out into the trash can. But just, I guess that's just how I feel about it in the winter, using it in that way. So I'm just going to keep using it on my face. And then, like I said, if it's still here in like the spring or the summer, then yeah, we will definitely start mixing this into a lotion. But it is still hanging on. So the next one was for a category 31, an item from your favorite brand. And so I said this when we rolled it in. I don't know if I could safely say I have a favorite brand, because to me that would mean like, oh, I love your primer and your foundation and your concealer and your powder and your blah, 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 blah. Like, I just full face of this one brand. And I don't really have that. So I just ended up picking something that I do enjoy. This brand, I do have quite a few products from them, so I would say they're like a favorite, but they're not the favorite. Like, I don't have the favorite brand. I have a favorites. I have many favorite brands. So anyway, it's the ColourPop Supershock Highlighter in the shade Smoke and Whistles. And so it's just this great, like, kind of pinky, champagne-y highlighter. I really like this. I have made this like my daily highlighter throughout this past month, and I have, like, it layers really nicely over other or under other highlighters, but I have just been craving, I guess is a good word, these like more kind of pinky champagne highlighters. And I kind of forgot that this was in my collection, so I'm really glad that I like rediscovered it. But the goal is to hit pan on it, and as you can see, we have not done that. Obviously, when I like stick my finger in here, like, I work it around so that I guess we're kind of like wearing the product down more evenly. And I've never hit pan on a Super Shock highlighter. I've hit pan on Super Shock shadows, so I don't know if they still have that little like disc in the center like the shadows do or what. But I do apply this with like my finger, and then I go in with a brush and kind of smooth everything over. So it is what I'm wearing today. I don't know how well you can tell, but I have been loving it, and I will continue to love it. Not tired of it. So the next one we will talk about is for the category A Colorful Eyeliner. So it's not really all that colorful, but it's an eyeliner in my collection that's not like black. And it's from Essence. It's their Extreme Lasting Eyeliner, and it's in the shade 06 Silky Nude. And so it's just one of those like kind of peachy eyeliners. And the way I use this is in my waterline because I feel like it makes me look more awake. And so our goal is to get down to this black line that I have marked here on the packaging. And I will admit, this past month, usually I sharpen it before I film these updates, like just because it needs to be. Like within a month I sharpen it at least one time, and that didn't happen this month. Now granted, I am filming this update like a week earlier than I normally would, but not a lot of progress was made, as you will see here on our paper, between update 1 and update 2. So kind of, I mean, it's not surprising. Like, I'm not even upset with myself because I knew like I didn't use it as much this month. I continuously forgot to reach for it, which was really weird because in the previous, month, I had really done, I felt like, a good job of like remembering to put this on most days with my makeup. So I don't know, hopefully we can kick it back up, because that is going to be like a slow going product. Speaking of slow going products, let's just get this one out of the way. It's the blush, and it's for the category a collab product. So this is a Tarte palette with Aspen Ovard, and I'm just specifically focusing on the blush in here. It's called Made You Blush, and I'm going to try not to blind you with the packaging. But yeah, no pan, and that is our goal. However, I don't know. I know that, see, the packaging is so reflective. I don't want to like blind you guys, but I'm trying to manipulate the packaging to where maybe you can tell there's a dip, because I can definitely see a dip like in real life. So I don't know. I honestly did not think it would take this long to hit pan on this blush. This blush I wear probably 6 to 7 days out of the week. I have neglected a lot of my other blushes, I will admit. And so I feel bad, like, but I'm just so hyper focused on it. And I thought, so with all of that use and the fact that this is like a smaller pan than like a typical blush, size. But no, it is just, I don't know, it's not going anywhere. And it's really showed me just how long a powder blush will last in your collection. And so obviously I do not need to buy anymore because there's like 10 others in the drawer. So I'm going to try to be better about using this, enough to keep up progress and to hit pan, but also cycle through my other blushes. So I might use this like 5 days out of the week and then allow myself those 2 days to play around. And I have to get better about that because I don't want things to get neglected in my collection. I'm just so competitive that I feel, I guess I do feel like a little bad when I get on here and it's like, oh, I'm not able to roll out a product, I feel like such a letdown. And I know that like that's not the headspace you should be in, and I know that you guys are just going to be supportive, even if, the next 3 updates I came on here and didn't have any like products to roll out. Like, it's just, I think I have to understand that within project panning, like it's just exciting to like, I guess, be on that journey. Like, yes, it's really exciting to see someone hit their goal of, you know, pan or completion or whatever, but it's also just exciting to be on the journey and the learning process of just how long makeup actually lasts. And yeah, didn't mean to get all emotional there on you, but let's just roll on. So the next one is, it's a product that you don't reach for enough. So this was the Tarte Foundcealer Foundation. And when I had first bought this was like my daily go-to foundation. And then for whatever reason, like I just kind of fell off the bandwagon of using this. It's not a bad foundation. I like it. It's not my favorite. I don't think that I would repurchase this, but I don't know, because I'm still trying to, I do try to use this at least 5 days out of the week and then use my other foundations, because I am better about that. If it's like a liquid or a cream product, because I'm so like nervous of those expiring quicker than a powder product, so I do cycle through those a little bit better. So anyway, I'm still trying to formulate an opinion on like all the foundations that I have in my collection to see which ones would be like keepers, in that I would want to purchase them and continuously have them. So I'm not sure if that one is in that, you know, is in that field yet, but we'll see. So anyway, when we first brought it in, here is our introduction line. Here was last update, and then we are all the way up here. Hopefully you can see. So it is the airless pump and it moves up. So we are, I would say, over halfway done with this. I really made a big jump. I don't know if maybe I wore this more than like the other. I mean, I would have had to make this kind of a jump, I would say, especially since I'm filming a week early. But I do, so I think I talked about this the last time too. I use this, I apply this with a brush, and so it takes one pump to do my whole face, and then I'll smooth it over with a beauty blender. Whereas if I just go in straight with a beauty blender, it takes 2 pumps. But I like the coverage that I get with the brush, so I that's why I go in with that first. But then the brush kind of, I don't know, it can look a little streaky, so then that's why I take the beauty blender and blend it out. But yeah, still not mad at it. I mean, I'm still like enjoying it. Like, this isn't like me hate panning it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And just for reference, my shade is 16N Fairlight Neutral, in case you were wondering. So that one is still kicking. So that leaves us with the item that we get to roll out and roll in something new for. So it is the Balm How About Them Apples palette. And if you'll recall, we were working on 3 shades out of here. Our goals were to hit pan on Cobbler, hit pan on Candy, is that the name? Yeah. And finish off Caramel. So I have pictures of what it's looked like since we've rolled it in. And so I'm just going to show you like the whole palette. Like I can't really like try to hide it and be sneaky. We've met goal on all 3 of these. So Cobbler up here, you can see right there, nice pan. Now Cobbler is like very pigmented. It is a very dark red. If I wear it as like a cream blush, it takes very, very little. So since the last time you saw this, the way that I was starting to use Cobbler was I was wearing it on my lips. And it was okay. It kind of looked like it would fade, at least on me. It would fade, and so it gave me that effect of like the are they called the ultra blotted lips that have been like popular, where they kind of look like they're supposed to look like it's faded nicely on your lips? That's the effect that I get from Cobbler when I do wear it. It's not my favorite. I do think it is a little bit drying, and I have tried, you know, different like balms and things like that underneath it. I still have yet to like pick up a lip primer. I know I need to, and that is on the list because I don't own one in my collection, and I think it would be beneficial. So I'm going to allow myself to purchase a lip primer, just one though. So the next one, I hope you can tell, it's not as noticeable as the pan on Cobbler, but there is pan there on Candy. So if you'll recall, like from last update, I told you guys I had first been like focusing so hardcore on Caramel, and then for whatever reason I just like switched my mind and like started focusing on Candy. It was not long after last update that I hit pan on Candy, and so once I hit pan on it, I really cooled off on using it because I was enjoying it so much, And it was like, okay, you've met goal on 2 of these blushes. Like, you just need to finish up caramel. That way you can roll this out. So I knew that if I didn't force myself to lay off candy, that I would just probably end up continuously making progress on that one and neglect caramel. But we did finish off caramel. I actually finished him off yesterday, which was kind of exciting. So that's another reason to like just go ahead and film this update. So he lasted for a good bit, but it was just this really great like brown pink shade, and it was perfect for like, I had started using it in the fall, and so it was like just the perfect shade for like fall and winter. So I am going to miss it, but I am excited to play around with some of my other cream blushes because I do layer a cream and then a powder blush on top of it. I just really like the effect of that. However, I think I'm going to put this palette back for a little bit. I do have a cream blush in my 20 by 2021 project pan, and so I would like to maybe focus on that one for a little while and then come back to this palette in 2020. It's not that old, like I'm not worried about this expiring or anything. But enough rambling. So we get to choose a new product, and I am so unprepared. I did not have Pretty Random like already pulled up or anything like that, so forgive me. Let's see here. Whoops. Number 35. Have we had category 35 though? And we have. That was a product from ColourPop. So 49. We have not had 49. Something special to you. I don't know. Let me get off here and I will go figure that out. Alright, so that wasn't like as hard as I thought it was going to be. So, a little bit of an explanation because there's always a long-winded backstory to everything that I do. One of my goals for 2020 is to hit pan on and complete more eyeshadows than I did this year in 2019. And I will have a video like detailing all of the shadows that I hit pan on and finished out and yada yada yada, and like what my pan percentage is. So I do want to, I will have pan that palette 2020. I have, you know, pan those eyeshadows, but I don't care. Like, I'm going to challenge myself again to move out and hit pan on as many shades as I can. So I am going to add eyeshadows into other projects like this one. So it is an eyeshadow palette, and it is special to me because this was a Christmas gift I received this year from my husband, and it is me in a palette, and I'm just so, I guess, proud of him in a sense that like he picked out something so perfect for me. You guys probably think it's like boring and neutral, but I love it. So it's the Lorac Pro 3 palette, and I have maybe busted this out and used it twice, and I really love this. I love like the color selections in here. I just think this is a great palette. So I want to pull it into this project, and I think, I don't know what shades though. I have not played around with this enough to know what shades are like my favorite like go-to shades. So I want to take some time to do that. But I would love to hit pan on 3 shadows in this palette. And I know you might think that that's a little crazy, but that's another reason why I like the way that I have structured this versus how Rebecca and Alexi do theirs. And I'm sorry, I have forgotten in like the past few intros to like talk about, this is not my like original thought or idea, but I always link them in the cards and down below. So, and you guys, if you've been following this, you've heard me ramble it over and over and over. But yes, I did not create this. This was created by Alexi and Rebecca. And so the way that they do theirs is in rounds, and their rounds last about 4 months. And I think that's great. I think that gives you more of a challenge to have that time frame. However, this was my first year of project panning, and so I didn't want that time frame. So I am just working through all 50 categories, and then once I hit that goal, like this will be completed for me. If they are still doing this like in their rounds and things like that, then yeah, I would love to join in with them. I think it's so fun, and I love watching everyone's like updates and, you know, the things that they pick. So hit pan on 3 shades from the Lorac Pro palette. Finish off this Drunk Elephant D.Bronzi serum. Hit pan on ColourPop Smoke and Whistles. Finish off the Tarte Founcealer Foundation. And hit pan on the blush from the TartexAspyn Ovard collab. That is it. I hope that this wasn't like too terribly long and too terribly rambly, but it probably was. So I hope you guys are having a really good like holiday time. Like, Christmas, New Year's, like whatever it is that you choose to do. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!